This is Shangjing Island in China. 20 years ago, this island in China was nothing more than a small fishing village. Today, this island alone produces more ships than the entire US shipbuilding industry combined, and I'm not even scratching the surface. When you zoom out, last year China accounted for 53% of all global marine shipbuilding. When you compare this to the 21 ships the US produced last year, it's easy to see why just 2 days ago, Trump announced a plan to Congress to revitalize the US shipbuilding industry, an industry that is virtually unrecognizable compared to its 1943 peak when it produced 2,710 ships. There's no question that if the United States wants to stand a chance against China in a prolonged battle in the Pacific, it needs to revitalize its shipbuilding industry, and in a big way. Seeing this all happen, I started to wonder what stocks might benefit from this new shipbuilding renaissance. Now, most people would say Huntington Ingalls, the primary contractor for US aircraft carriers, but barely been able to make a dent in their massive backlog of orders, despite Congress throwing more money at them each year. So I did some more digging and I started looking into companies from allies overseas. That's when I came across Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea, which is building ships like the destroyer Jeonjo the Great for just $600 million, a fraction of the $2.2 billion it takes to build an Arleigh Burke class destroyer in the United States, an equivalent ship to that Korean one. However, the issue here is that the Navy is prohibited from buying foreign-built Navy ships due to a 1965 law. And with Trump's domestic manufacturing push, I don't see that changing anytime soon. And even if the Navy did import foreign expertise from companies like Hyundai in South Korea to help develop shipbuilding in the US, it's likely still too early to speculate on something like that happening. So with domestic shipbuilders like Huntington Ingalls out of the question, and Korean companies years away from having a presence here, what else could start to fill that gap? After digging into dozens of different companies, one stood out among the rest: Austal. In the past decade alone, they've built more than a dozen combat ships out of their Alabama shipyard, proving themselves to be a highly capable and dependable shipmaker despite their relatively small size. Here's the catch though. If you don't know, AUKUS is a trilateral security pact between the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. Stick with me. What the pact essentially does is promote the sharing and cooperation of advanced maritime and submarine R&D between the three countries, which puts Austal in a very unique position to be able to manufacture and develop cutting-edge naval technology in the United States, allowing them to work with partners like General Dynamics and Lockheed Martin. This is something that South Korea and Hyundai Heavy Industries would likely need years to establish. With Austal's proven track record in the United States, along with the special AUKUS agreement and the pressing need for shipbuilding in the US, Austal might be in the perfect spot to capitalize on this opportunity, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye on them going forward. Full disclosure, shares of Austal are only available on the Australian Stock Exchange. But aside from Austal, here's a list of the other companies that might benefit from Trump's plan. And be sure to check out Quiver Quant to see if they have any lobbying activity, government contracts, or politicians buying shares of them. Good luck, and until next time.